Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the special finds that we have found. Normally, in an archaeological excavation, you work with the context and you record everything precisely where it is found. The last 2 days, we've been cleaning up from 20 years of erosion where the last excavation left off. And as a result, while we are not completely in topsoil, we are in mixed up material, and so we don't have a good clean context. As a result, we can't give you precisely what and how these objects were found, but we have found some really kind of exciting things even in the last few days. So one of our own found the find of the day yesterday, and so he's going to talk a little bit about the find of the day and the find of the day's competition, as well as today's find of the day.
Okay, so my name is Nick Pumphrey. I am a Hebrew Bible student at Claremont Graduate University, and yesterday we were still just clearing away some of the topsoil and some of the just a little below the topsoil, and we found, or I found, the nozzle of a lamp from what they say about 4th century CE. And it was black in color, and it was the nozzle where you could actually see where the wick went in and where it would connect to the oil part. Another find we found later that
it was beautiful. He's really underplaying.
And the second find, that was the second find of the day, was actually a figurine that was found on the side with that you could tell there was an arm jutting out and the outline of a figure. It seemed to be headless, but you could still sort of see the figure of this figurine that we found. And then today.
And when did that date? The preliminary dating of that particular object was the.
Don't even remember. It was a Persian. It seemed to be Persian period. So today, while we were still clearing away topsoil again, we found actually a figure that seemed to be the head of a horse, which was also a really pretty piece. Yes. And have we figured out what the... No. So we haven't even examined and find the date of that yet. And still, we're just clearing off some of the top and the debris, and soon after, when we start actually going into more layers, there's no telling what we'll find.
And our pottery expert, Martha Risser, is... Martha Risser! Calling Martha Risser. Here is our pottery expert for the season. This is Martha Risser from Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut. And could you summarize for us briefly the level of excitement that you are feeling about the preliminary pottery reads, and why?
Oh, I am very, very, very happy with what has been coming out of the field so far. I'm astonished that some of these pieces are right on the surface. Usually the pottery that we find on in the surface levels is very small, very fragmentary, trodden upon by people and animals, and ground into nothingness. And instead, we're getting very large pieces that I can do something with. Moreover, the pottery that we're getting is mainly in the two time periods, Persian period and Hellenistic, in which I am the most interested in. So anyway, I mean, this is my research area. So I'm very, very excited. And of course, when I see that this is a material that's coming up on the surface, I know that we're going to get very, very fascinating data from what lies below.
Ooh, thank you. All right, now we're going to have Jacob. Another major component of the educational program and the excavation is an understanding of the surrounding area in all of its many periods. And on our first day, we had a tour of the old city of Akko, and we have Jacob, who's going to introduce yourself. And is your hand okay?
I'm completely clean.
Okay, yeah, right. So introduce yourself and tell us about that first tour.
Okay, I'm Jacob Renneker. I'm a PhD student in the Hebrew Bible program at CGU. And the first day here, we went on a tour of the old city of Akko. We had two large groups led by a couple gentlemen from the Israeli Antiquity Authority. So very knowledgeable, and they showed us around the ins and outs and more obscure areas of the old city of Akko. So we got a really good tour, showing us all the different levels of the city, different cultures, and how they interacted with each other. So it was, I would call it a transdisciplinary tour of a very interesting city with a very I'm trying to think of a good word for this. I would say a transdisciplinary history for a transdisciplinary city. Mostly. So so all sorts of cultures and religions coming together, and this tour kind of helped bring all of that together. So it was well worth our time. Gave us a good introduction to the city and what we were going to be dealing with on our dig.
Great. All right, so that is update number 1. This is Thursday, July 8th, and we've also had a series of lectures this week, and tonight's will be from CGU's own Lorianne Farrell, who will be talking about, I think, Christian pilgrimage to the Holy Land in particular, and so we will give you an update soon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lorianne Farrell. I teach at CGU. I don't teach archaeology and I don't teach this history, but I'm here as unskilled labor, and I'm having a great time. Today I swept dirt, I dug dirt, I hauled dirt, and I ate dirt, and I breathed dirt, and all with the help of this extraordinary tool. All right. I bought this in Oxford. This is a great tool. You'll see here it says this is a good tool. I'm having more fun and I'm dirtier than I've been since I've been 9 years old. So all I can do is thank Professor Tammi Schneider for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.